Good morning, I'm John Delano. Welcome to the Sunday Business Page. This morning, the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra extends the contract of music director Manfred Honeck and honors the memory of the victims of the Tree of Life Synagogue massacre with a special free concert for peace and unity. The Symphony's president and CEO, Malia Tourangeau, and new chairman of its board of trustees, Tony Bucci, will tell us about these new developments. Then the 25th anniversary of Washington County's South Point development. We'll look at its economic impact with its developer, Lucas Pyatt, president and CEO of Millcraft, and Jeff Catula, president of Washington County's tourism agency. And the story of MediConnect Insurance, an independent Medicare plan concierge service that tries to bridge the healthcare gap. Brian Breisinger, president and principal, will join us. It's all next right here on the Sunday Business Page.
This is the Sunday Business Page on KDKA-TV.
And a very good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. For the Pittsburgh Symphony, 2018 has been a defining time for the world-class orchestra. As the year draws to an end, the Symphony has extended the contract of its acclaimed music director, Manfred Honeck, through the 2021-2022 season. In the wake of the Tree of Life shooting tragedy, the orchestra's musicians and leadership are performing a special Music for the Spirit concert on November 27th to honor the synagogue's victims and injured police personnel. Renowned Israeli-American violinist Itzhak Perlman is a special guest artist. The performance is free to the public, but volunteers will also collect contributions for the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh's Victims of Terror Fund and the Injured Officers Fund. Joining us now on the Sunday Business Page are Pittsburgh Symphony's president and CEO, Malia Tourangeau. Did I get that right? And Tony Bucci, newly elected chairman of the Symphony's Board of Trustees and chairman and CEO of Mark USA. Hey, welcome to the show. Appreciate having you here.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Pronounce that last name again, Malia.
Tourangeau.
Tourangeau. We did get it right. Good. Well, welcome to the show. It's great to have both of you here. I want to ask you a lot about the acclaimed work you're doing for Tree of Life. I just think that's a wonderful community service. But let me begin by asking about the Symphony. How's the Symphony going these days, Malia?
We're doing well, I would say. It's been a long journey. It's my third year here in Pittsburgh. It's been a big turnaround effort, and we are definitely moving in the right direction. And having Tony as our new board chair is a huge advantage, and I'm really grateful for his leadership and support.
Tony, you bring a lot of experience from a lot of different cultural arts in Pittsburgh, having been the board chair of a number of different organizations. What is it that you hope to see under your leadership at the Symphony?
Well, I think what's important is that the community really understands the value and importance that this world-class symphony really has to this community. It's a great asset. Just the ability to have access to a world-class orchestra at the corner of 6th and Penn is amazing, and what it does for economic development and for the reputation of the city internationally and nationally is just amazing.
Well, it really is. I mean, you really are an ambassador for Pittsburgh wherever you go around the world, and the music that you perform is outstanding. And having Manfred Honeck there and renewing his contract, that's all good.
Yes, it is. It's incredible. I think, well, one of the draws for me to come as CEO is the reputation and the legacy of this incredible orchestra as one of the best in the world. And so it's the pinnacle of a career for people in my position, and our musicians. It's a destination orchestra for our musicians. So we have the best musicians. It's like NHL and the Penguins is and the Steelers is. That's what we are in the orchestral world.
Well, you certainly have a lot of supporters in town, and I think what you're doing for the Tree of Life Synagogue, this special concert on November 27th with Itzhak Perlman, how did you get him?
We asked him if he would come, and he said it would be his honor, and he's donating his services, as is Manfred Honeck, are the musicians of the entire orchestra. It's a real gift to the community, and it's our belief that this demonstrates exactly why we exist as an organization. Where it's an opportunity. What we do is an opportunity to bring people together, to bring community together. And it's these kinds of powerful moments that make what we do so important.
The concert is free, but you're asking for contributions from those who attend to both the Tree of Life folks as
Correct.
well as the police officers. Is that right?
Absolutely. Even like our stage crew is donating their time. This is really a free concert, and but we are having volunteers from the Jewish Federation and from the officers, the public service officers, to be there to collect funds at the door.
Now, we should tell everybody, really, in full disclosure, this concert is sold out.
Yes.
Meaning all the free tickets have been taken.
In 2 hours, they were gone, which is remarkable.
I mean, that's just, it is.
Yeah.
But, as we all know, not everybody shows up.
Exactly.
So can you go down to to Heinz Hall on November 27th and kind of stand in line?
Yeah, so we want to encourage people to come down, and we will accommodate as many as we possibly can. What is allowed by the fire department is what is safe. Right. If we have standing room only, we'll try to accommodate as many people as we possibly can.
And of course, anybody can show up there at the door to make a contribution.
Absolutely.
Even if they're not going inside.
Yes.
Would they be able to hear the music from the outside? Do you ever do that?
We will figure something out. Let's put it that way.
Because if you do get people there who would love to see Itzhak Perlman, if they can't see him, at least they could listen to him if you were piping it out into the lobby area or some other areas where people could stand.
Internally, we've been talking about ways that we can get the broadcast out more broadly to the community.
Yes, that would be
screens in the lobby, even some other types of. We just haven't quite figured that out yet since we just announced it.
In other words, if you don't have a ticket, if you weren't fast enough in the 2 hours after you announced this to get a free ticket, you could still come down, and maybe there's a way the good folks at the Symphony will accommodate you.
Stay tuned. And when we get to that point, we'll do a media alert to let people know.
Good. We'll report it as well. Well, let me, Tony, if I can come back to you with respect to the Symphony.
Yes.
You had a little bit of a contentious strike in, 3 years ago, I believe it is. We're in the third year of a 5-year contract. That means that it won't, it'll certainly be, I guess Manfred Honeck will be, his contract's extended during a period when you could have some other negotiations going on. You've been involved in this kind of stuff in the past. Are you optimistic that we won't see a musician strike in Pittsburgh again?
I think we're optimistic. We have a lot of work to do at the board level and the staff level. Fundraising obviously is very critical to the success of the organization. So we're very optimistic, and we're working really hard. Nobody wants to go through that again. Nobody.
And speaking of fundraising, did I read that you just unlocked some money from, was it?
The Heinz Endowments.
The Heinz Endowments.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Right after the work stoppage, the Heinz Endowments essentially posed a challenge to the organization. We had basically 2.5 years to raise $2.5 million in new and increased gifts to our annual fund. And essentially, we achieved the challenge an entire year early.
Wow.
Which is a huge accomplishment. Say 75 to 8,000 donors who contributed towards this challenge, which really was a testament to how the community believes in this institution. And it was very heartening, and the Heinz Endowments were quite pleased.
And then finally, you're about to celebrate an anniversary for the Symphony?
Right, 2021 season, so September 20 to August 2021 is our 125th anniversary. We are the 5th oldest orchestra in the country, so this is a huge milestone. And then 21-22 will be the 50th anniversary of Heinz Hall.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful setting.
Milestones.
So under your continued great leadership, Malia and Tony, your added leadership, great to have you on board. This symphony is going to be around for another 125 years.
That's our goal.
Thank you again for being with us.
Thank you.
When the Sunday Business Page continues, the 25th anniversary of Washington County's South Point. How is this shopping, eating, and corporate complex has energized the area's economy? Stick with us.